Good evening, everyone. It's time for Teach It Tuesday. I want to thank you for joining. Please say hello when you pop on so that I know that you're there. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, just give me a comment or a shout out. I love to connect with people around the globe. Hey, Luann, how are you? Thanks for joining. I am trying to, hang on. My window just, oh wait a minute, let me just change the size of my window here. Can you hear me okay? Hopefully. There we go. How's the weather in Indiana, Luann? Okay, so you can hear and see me okay? Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. It's getting very cold here again in Maine. Hey, Karen, how are you? Cold but sunny. Yeah, I mean, the sun, it was really windy here today, so the wind made it like even colder than it was. So it's been a little on the frigid side here. Very cold. How are you, Karen? You've been busy in your stamping zone, haven't you? That's awesome. Okay, everything looks good. Yeah, it's cold now, Karen. It seems like it's gotten, really cold here in the last couple hours. We've let the dogs out and you can feel the difference. It's like, whoa. Yeah, I saw that. That Zoom, that's awesome. That's a great way to do it. How did she do? Is she getting back in the swing of things? I hope. You gotta love Zoom. It's a great way to connect, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Get down. She had some, oh, awesome. Isn't it, for me, stamping is just such a, I don't know, it just calms me down. I enjoy the time. I just like being in my own zone, doing my thing, playing with new products, and there's so many new things to play with. So that's awesome. Now she has to learn to be willing to send them. Well, this is true. Sending cards is really important. You got to send those beautiful masterpieces, right? Okay, so couple things. So as you know, we are halfway through the first month of Saleabration, and Saleabration is an opportunity to receive free product with your purchases. It's when Stampin' Up! Kind of gives back and thanks our customers and demonstrators for you know, being a partner with this company, and they like to give back, and this is a huge give back for our customers. So with every $50 or $100 order, you can order a product out of this catalog. And I can tell you right now, this is what I've been focusing on, and these products are fantastic. Once again, they didn't disappoint for Saleabration products. So, hi Cynthia, how are you? Hey Melanie, I've missed you too. Thanks for joining. So, so these are the products that you can get for $50. And then, so this stamp set right here, this is the one I'm going to be playing with tonight. This is called Catching Butterflies. And when I saw this stamp set, I immediately thought of my granddaughters, because we live way off the road. We live like 800-900 feet off the road, and we have a big field out behind our house, and all summer long my granddaughters are out in that field, and they've got their nets, and they're catching butterflies, and they love it. They catch them and then they let them go, but they love catching butterflies. So when I saw this stamp set, I immediately thought of them, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have so much fun with this. So I'm going to be playing with this set tonight. Yeah, the daffodil paper is gorgeous. I have not played with it yet, but I've looked at it, and it is stunning. And I've seen some really beautiful cards. I honestly think the paper is stunning in this catalog. I think the rainbow paper is gorgeous. I have not made anything with it, but I've looked at it, the daffodil paper. And one of the papers I am going to be using tonight is the Simply Marbleous paper. And I'm going to tell you, this paper is gorgeous. Look at the different colors that you get. So the colors that you get with this are, and I'm going to be using this on one of my cards. So it's Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Bumblebee, Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, Smoky Slate, and So Saffron. So some really beautiful colors and that'll match. So one side of this paper has has a marbling, hence the name, has a marbling design to it. You get 8 of each one. And look at blue, huh? Look at that. Doesn't that look like a sky? This paper is stunning. And then the back side is same thing, but it's just has more detail to it, and like a deeper, I don't know what it still looks kind of like it's a marbling, but it's just a lot bolder of a design. They're both really, really pretty. Hey Marie, thank you for joining. Hi Vicki. So how many of you have this paper? And if you don't, I hope by the end of tonight that I've inspired you to get this. You can get this free with a $50 order. And I highly, highly recommend this paper if you don't have it yet. It's beautiful. And we're going to be using that tonight. And that's also in here. There's the rainbow paper. You have it, Marie? Awesome. Yeah, here it is. Look at this. How beautiful with the otters. I really wanted to use this with my otters, but I didn't have the paper yet. And then there's the otters. And then I used this set last week. This bundle. This is a $100 level. Love, love, love this as well. And then this you can get with $100. I highly recommend this stamp set. It's a $100 level. You can get it free with $100, but it has everything. It has everything. It has various fonts. Friend, thinking of you, happy birthday, you're amazing, sympathy, best wishes. You could use this for everything. So some really great products as always. And then this is a host. You can get this if you host a party, or put enough an order in of, I believe it's $300. So that's what we're going to be playing with tonight. This is the stamp set. Isn't she cute? So you don't have the marble paper, but you really want to get the blue one. Yeah, this is really pretty. So I'm using the blue one tonight, Melanie, in my first card. Okay, so let me bring in my first card. And this is it. So you can see I used the marbling paper over on this side, and then on this side I textured the other side with the embossing folder. I changed this up a little bit. I did change the folder for my card tonight. Okay, so this is the card that I'm going to be making. Isn't she cute? Okay, so I am using Balmy Blue. Get my pieces. Exactly. When I was playing with the Otter stamp set, which was the first thing I played with, I didn't have the Marbleous paper yet. But I knew that that would have been perfect for water background. So I'll definitely have to make some. So this is Balmy Blue, 4 1/4 by 11. Score it at 5.5. Okay. And let me get my sheet here. And here is my monthly host code. If you are placing an order and your order is less than $150, I ask that you use this monthly host code for January. If your order is over $150, do not use that. You can get the rewards yourself. Okay, so my card is going to open this way, okay? And I have Balmy Blue, so I have tone on tone, but I used a different embossing folder. Isn't that cute? So that is, let me show you. This is a 2-pack. This is called Checks and Dots. So you get 2 embossing folders in one. Whoop, there we go. And I used the dots. And this will fit in the mini stamp cut and emboss machine because it's the smaller one. So, and this piece here is 3 by 4 1/4. And then I used a piece of the Marbleous paper. Yeah, I had that. I don't know if I still have that or not, but you could use the old one, Karen. That would work. And this piece is about 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I wanted this to go like right over there. So what we're going to do, and then I have a piece. I'm going to show you what I did with this little piece after. And we're going to do paper piecing. So if you look at her dress, on this one, I did not color her dress in. I used some DSP. So what I did is I used a piece of the DSP from the Regal's 6x6 Designer Series paper pack, and you can use any of these. And how I'm going to show you how I did that. You basically are going to stamp on this, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, so let me get this over here. And we're going to start off with some stamping. Let me get my mat. So what I did over here is I wanted a little bit more over here, so I stamped the cluster of butterflies, which is, oops, I don't need my mat on this one, which is this right here. And we're going to stamp that up in the upper right hand corner, and we're going to use Memento Black. And I'm going to let that dry a second. I love the dots. It really gives a lot of dimension. So we are going to stamp this up here in the corner to make it look like she's chasing those butterflies. Okay. And I'll let that dry a second. And then I'm going to stamp her. Now I am using, this is from the Hippo and Friends dies. If you guys haven't seen these set of dies, just the die. If you don't like the stamp set because it seems more like for the kiddish, but look at the dies on this set. Lots of opportunities to do sentiments, and I took this one right here. This is a great die set. It's in the annual catalog. Lots of potential with that set of dies. So we are going to stamp the girl with the net. Now on this one, I used a different die cut, and I'm trying to remember what set that's from. And I'm going to do it upside down because it is a big stamp. Do any of you have this Catching Butterflies set yet? And I am going to that came out pretty good. Or was anybody thinking of getting that set? The Catching Butterflies? When I saw it, like I said, it was kind of the first one on my list. All right, so let's get that out of the way. And I'm going to bring in some blends. And I am going to use, so on this one, I'm using the Mango Melody on her hair. I've done some of these with browns. I've done it with yellows. I'm going to do a little blending. Let's see. I'm going to bring in the light and do a little bit of blending. I've also used Daffodil Delight on her, So Saffron on the hair. You can make her hair color. You can do red if you like redheads. Okay, so that's what I use for the hair. Now, I'm going to use the ivory for her face, and I'm going to use the bullet tip. And that will give her like a skin tone color. If you don't have the ivory, it is really a must-have. And I will tell you, we do have, I'm pretty excited, you may have seen, we have a whole new set of skin tone blends coming in the annual catalog. Hang on, I got to get my seat here. Yes, these are alcohol. So what you want to be using Memento when you're using blends, okay? And then I do her hands, and then I did her legs. Okay. Now I think on this one I used, there's a stamp that you can make like a ground, but I think on this one I'm going to bring in my Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to kind of color so she doesn't look like she's floating. So change it up a little. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of the DSP, and I want to do just the dress. So I'm going to re-stamp her using the Memento. And really all I'm looking for is the bottom piece because I just want the dress, okay? And this is called paper piecing. When you piece, you can do this with any stamp. Okay, so you do that, then you take your snips and you're just going to cut the dress. It's a very easy piece to cut out. And you don't even need her hands because she's already got the hands on there. And you're just going to fussy cut that out. Okay. And you don't need the legs. Okay, and this is how you can make the dress any design, any color. Use any paper that you have. Use up that designer series paper. And there you go. And then what we can do is we can just put that right on there, and her dress will be the same color as the paper. So you can match it with your paper packs. And again, I like the liquid glue because then it gives you a few seconds to kind of wiggle it around. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Hey Lori, how are you? Good to see you. I've missed you, my friend. You just ordered this set? I was telling them that when I saw the when I saw this in the book, it reminded me of my granddaughters because they're always out back in the summertime with their nets catching butterflies and then letting them go. They love to catch butterflies. So I just told them the other day I had a really cool stamp set that I thought that they would like. So that is called paper piecing. And you can do that with any stamp. You can make, you can do it with pants, dresses, anything that you want to change the color of if you didn't want to color it. And then if you have the paper packs that match the colors, the color families, like this one is the Regals, you can match all the designs with the color cardstock that you're using. Which I absolutely love. Okay, now we need to bring in, we're going to put her aside for a minute, and we're going to color in the butterflies. Now you don't have to, I wanted to color them in. But I just think this set is really, really cute. Okay, so we're going to do that one. I'm going to use a little bit of, I think this one is Flirty Flamingo. And maybe I will use Dark So Saffron. Okay, so now put this over here. We're going to stick this on over here. We'll make it look like she's chasing those butterflies. And then this piece, if you notice on here, I actually popped it up just to give it a little dimension. So I'm going to get my dimensionals out. How's the stamping world, Lori? Have you been working a lot in your studio? All right, and this one has the dots, so we're going to pop that, and this is going to take up the full, and I did that because I like the dimension over here. Okay, and then this is going to go, so because this already has dimensionals, I only need to put dimensionals on this side and then just put the glue on that side. That's great. We'll put a little bit of glue over here. Stamping is good for the soul, isn't it? Yeah, do that. So that kind of makes it a little even over there. How's the weather in California, Lori? So on this, what I did is I used, let me show you. We have the rectangle postage stamp punch, and I wanted to use one of these sayings, which is a smaller saying. I didn't want it to be as long as this, so I punched out with the shimmer white, and then I put it back in, and I just made it shorter and put it in there and made it, cut it down and made it smaller so I can get the look that I'm looking for this particular saying. And that says, collecting sweet thoughts of you. So we're going to stamp that in the memento. We all need to stamp, and it's been already a rough year, I think, for many people. And that fits perfectly by cutting it down. So you can do that with any stamp. You can just put it back in and make them different sizes. $70 and oh my gosh, I've been watching the weather. Oh my god, yeah, it has been literally like hitting zero, and with the wind chill, it's been below zero. So it's been rough. My dogs don't even like to go out and do what they have to do. They don't like this cold weather. So I love this shimmer white paper. I just think it's so pretty. Now, one other thing I did, and the reason why I have an extra piece of this, is I took, this is a butterfly from the hippo that goes with those dies. So it's this butterfly right here. And what I did, just gonna show you, whoops, that's too much ink on there, hang on. And I didn't use that, I used this. So, Balmy Blue is the color of my cardstock. So what I did is I took the Balmy Blue, whoop, and I stamped a bunch of the butterflies in this swirly marvelous paper, and then I used the die from the hippo dies and cut them out. And what I thought I would do on this one, which is a little different from my sample card, is I've already cut them out, and I thought we could put them around, and that's what we're going to do. And see how you like this a little different. So we got that one. We've got this one. Maybe we'll see with 3. See how that looks. So I thought maybe we would try this. Tell me what you think. Shake it up a little. that. The other thing I did, if you look on here, is I also put that we have a single butterfly stamp in this set also. And I'll make it look like she's already got one in the net. We're gonna color that one in. Maybe we'll do the pink. Dry it. What do you think about the extra butterflies on there? You think that's okay? Okay, and then I was thinking for the inside, I would also do and then that would go in depending on, and you can color them. Do you like those, Luann, you think? I was kind of playing with the paper, and I had this scrap on my desk, and I thought, I'm going to try that. So I stamped some on there, and I thought it was cute. Hey Sharon, how are you? There. And then we'll just stick that on the inside. And then you can do your saying, whichever one you think. So what do you think? Slightly different, but change it up a little bit. Doing well, Sharon. Thank you for asking. Other than Chilly Willy here. Okay. Do you like that? Oh, you like the extra butterflies, Lori? Yeah, I like this with the design, but this design didn't have as much pop as the dots, but then I thought, well, and the other thing you can do, of course, is you can still put some of these beautiful iridescent rhinestones, which I just think are so pretty, because these rhinestones will pick up the color of whatever you're using. So that's what I like about, like, they pick up the color of what you're using. So isn't that pretty? Okay, that's card number 1. And get card number 2. Clean up my mess here. All right, so we're going with the pink Marbleous paper this time. The other thing is, I also had this strip left over from playing with that paper. You could also put that on the inside as well. So don't get rid of your strips, use them. Okay. So this is card number 2. And I'm using, so on this one, I'm using Blushing Bride. Again, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. And then I'm using this beautiful Marbleous paper again, and we're going to stick that over there. And then I use the Ornate embossing folder, and we're going to stick that over there. So let me put this one down first. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Honestly, I can't wait to show my granddaughters these, because they, I think, are going to love these cards. They love cards anyways, but, oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? Well, I'll do it on the next one. On this one, I did not pop up the net. On this one, I did. If you can see, I actually stamped it and cut it out and put it over the top. So for a little 3D. So you could do it either way. That's another difference between these two cards. And I'll show you what I mean, because I'm going to pop it up on the second one. Okay, so we are going to stamp the butterflies in the corner again. I'm going to use the cluster butterflies. And we're going to do it like that. Oh, thank you, Laura. Yeah, they love collecting butterflies. So they all have nets, and they're in my she shed right now, but they all have nets, and they go out with their long pole nets and they collect butterflies or try to catch them, and then they let them go after. But they love just the idea of doing that, you know? Okay, then I used my layering circles for, I used a scallop and I used the plain. And the scallop one is about 2.5, and the white one is about 2 and maybe 3/8, 2 and 7/8, 2 and 7/8. So we are going to stick that aside right now, and we're going to stamp her. With Memento. Now we're using the circle, so you're going to see that she's not going to fit on the circle die. That's the difference with this card. So you want to make sure that, let me stand up for this, get her feet down. Oh, you like the pink one, Luann? And you can see how the net is off, but we're going to take care of that, so not to worry. Okay, so we are going to hold on. Okay. So on this one, I did the golden hair again. And so we are going to, I did a couple of cards with, and I can show you them after. And I used the bronze. So I gave her dark hair. And it's very easy to color using these blends. And then we're gonna soften it up a little bit with the lighter one. Blend that in. Okay, and then we're going to use the ivory for this. Nope, that's light color pink. Wait, right here. For her skin. I think the pink gives it another whole different look. Do her legs and her hands. Now on this one, I used the colored pencils, but I am going to use the dark Flirty Flamingo this time. I'm gonna define those lines. What I like about Stampin' Up, whoops, you know what I forgot? To get to do her neck. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take the light Flirty Flamingo. Let me see. And we're going to blend in her dress. And then you can tell me, the reason why I'm not using the colored pencils, I use the colored pencils and the blender pens. So I like to try different things. The only thing about the colored pencils, which I absolutely love, I love using the colored pencils, but the only thing about that is they didn't have the color for like her hair, or I mean her skin and all that. So I just said, well, I'll just use the blends. So just kind of blend that in. What do you think? Is she cute? And then that is going to go on there. All right, and then let's color the butterflies. Now again, you don't have to, we don't have Mango Melody anymore, and my brush tip is kind of dying. Let me use the other. And then I think I'll use, this is polished pink. Give it a little pop. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so this we're going to overlap slightly on that. Then you can tell me which color strikes your fancy. And then what I did is I stamped like I did her dress, I stamped just the top of it, and then I fussy cut it out. And we are going to put, now this one has a pink butterfly in there. I just went with the pink. So let me, this is Flirty Flamingo. And then I'll just kind of color it in a little bit here. Yeah. And then on here I did, you make my heart happy, which is a saying that I say a lot. So again, another reason why I love this set. Not too bad. Just gonna angle that down. I could trim it a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, so on this card here, I used this ribbon. I pulled some stuff out and I'm like, oh my God, this is just so cute. So this ribbon carried over, it's called Metallic Mesh ribbon. Whoops. And it's really easy to work with. Even though it's a wide ribbon, it's very flexible. So what I did is I wanted to kind of do a loopy here, like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Where is, right here. So I want it to be over here. So I'm going to kind of just double loop it there. Like that. And then I'm going to do another piece over here. Pretty easy to work with. Why don't we have Mango Melody blends anymore? They got rid of some. I don't know why, because I need mine replaced, to be honest with you. So I don't know why they did that. I think because, from what I understand, Sharon, there are some colors that are very close and similar, so that's why they did it. They thought it was redundant. The colors were too close. And that's how I did that. I just kind of looped it around at a diagonal. Okay, and then I'm going to put dimensionals. And I didn't even realize it. I went to get some and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then somebody asked at a leadership meeting or something, and that's what they said. So if anybody has any they want to get rid of, let me know. I do too, Lori. I love Mango Melody. Get my backs off here. Okay, do that. Then you take a dimensional or two, and you just overlap where I stamped off the paper. And then it's 3D. Okay, and then this can go down here. And I'm putting dimensionals on that. And there you go. What do you think? Do you like it? And again, I would use, oh, on this one I actually used rhinestones. So let me grab my rhinestones. I mean, you could use whichever ones you choose to use. I mean, that one's up there, there, and I put one there. What do you think? You like it? I also did this one, and I did this one right out of the catalog. So if you look in the catalog, I cased that one right here, which I think is so cute. And then I saw this design, and I cased that. I absolutely love the colors. Absolutely love the colors on this. So again, I'm using So Saffron paper, Blushing Bride. I'm using the Marbleous paper, the So Saffron with the dotted So there's that one, and here's this one. And then on those other ones, I use the darker hair. So well, I hope you enjoyed class. I hope I've inspired you to try this set out. It isn't just for kids. I think there's a lot of potential with this set, and you can mix and match the sayings to do different things, but to me, it's a set that can be used for a lot of different things, various occasions, so give it a try. I think you'll love it. I do, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.